So it's Mother's Day. Let's pull some tarot about it. I've been feeling, whew, goodness. Oh my god, okay. I have a new tarot deck that I'm currently using. But, I've been feeling the kind of urge to pull some tarot for the past, few days. But just didn't really feel like the energy was right until just now. And I was like, well, it's Mother's Day. So, if you are a mom, or you have a mom, or you like moms, or you just want a half-off tarot reading, you can go to my Etsy store, Mage Farms, and use coupon code TAROT4MOM to get a half-off tarot reading, and you can do that until the end of this month. But let's get into this reading. So what we have right now is that the people that are resonating with this, or that align with this reading, they have been juggling a lot. They've been trying to balance a lot. They've been trying to bring a lot into fruition. And what they have done is set themselves on opposite ends of a spectrum. So they have been manifesting two different lives for themselves at the same time, rather than incorporating the things that they want into one life. They were in their head and thought, the things that I want have to look this way or no way. And those two different things, the two different lives, it's like a life of ease, simplicity, of just being able to just enjoy the day, take the day very slowly. But then a life of luxury, a life of quick-paced action, a life of adventure. And they, in their head, said, this has to look two very specific ways. And they never realized that the two lives they were trying to manifest could not exist together. They have to manifest something brand new. And what this has done is this has caused them to be in their head a lot and really think about, what are the things that I might have left behind or missed up? What opportunities did I leave behind? What opportunities did I let pass me by because I was not manifesting these two lives good enough, or because I was not working hard enough? Or what are other people doing that I'm not, that's bringing them the success that I want? And basically all of this is just contributed to a very terrible negative mental health, a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, because there's no way that you could possibly bring in, no matter how hard you worked, no matter what you did, you cannot manifest someone else's life. You can't. And if you do, it's not going to feel aligned. It's not going to feel right. You're not going to enjoy it. So basically, though, through all of this, you have been dealing with this for a while, and you're still carrying around the weight a little bit of these two lives you're manifesting, even though they are now, you're in a different place where it's like a pinnacle place where you're sailing towards smoother waters, but you had to let a lot go. There's a lot of sacrifices that you made. And so because you're in this place, you're having to grieve the two lives that you were manifesting for yourself, and are now realizing they weren't good for you, but it's literally all you thought about for so long. It's what you tried so hard to work toward, was to be able to live two different lives. Right now you might be dealing with a lot of irritability and combativeness because you're still carrying so much and you're still holding on to so much from these two lives. And so in the next little bit, try to calm yourself and try to really ground yourself in this new life, in this new way that you're new life that you're paving for you, because I promise it's going to be so much better than the two that you were trying to manifest. The thing is that you weren't always trying to manifest these two different lives. You always had a very clear vision in mind of what you wanted. It's you were born into one life that you were yes, I want this, even though you didn't. And then you wanted to manifest another life that you felt like you should want. So you were yes, I want this, even though you didn't. But all of your original manifestations and things that came to you as dreams, goals, aspirations, they started over here in this life, the life of simplicity, the life of, just taking time to enjoy things and being able to just do what you want and things like that. It started over here. So if you would have sat here and worked your way to the middle, it would have happened a lot gradually, but there are benefits that happened from you jumping back and forth between the two lives. Don't get me wrong. It really set you in a good spot to try and manifest this one, but you would have had to have jumped ship completely and started over there, and that wouldn't have made you happy. But somewhere along the way, you came in contact with someone, you saw someone, you talked to someone, or you saw something, you talked to something, you watched a TV show, you watched a movie, somewhere something got implanted in your brain that to live the life that you wanted, it had to look like this over here. And so you started going after that. And so that is whenever you got distracted, because to start with, you were pretty spot on for what your life was going to look like. It just, you had to mature into it. So of course things would change over time, and the journey would shift, but this life of ease and this life of simplicity is what you were always meant to have, while having the dreams come true, in this big reality that you were manifesting. But it was meant to come true in the life of simplicity. You're supposed to have that life of simplicity foundation and background, so that you can always fall back to it. It's meant to be the life where you are bringing in new energy and manifestation into it, if that makes sense. And so what's happening right now is that even here, like the way that these two cards were laid, it's like, see him, he's like flying, and he's flying in a very like intentional direction, but then he looks over here at her. And that tells me right now, even though like I'm a gay man, so like heteronormativity out the window, like we don't do that here. But the screensaver on my computer just changed my lighting. But even with the way he's looking at her, and see, she's like dancing carelessly, just having like a good time and everything, and he's like focused and like on a mission, but then he glances over at her. And that tells me two things. One, that whenever you were like going after this big life over here, like this, like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, this is how I acquire my dreams, you forgot to like leave room for someone else, like a special someone else. You forgot to leave room for compassion, you know? But then also like, you forgot to leave room for the times to just like dance and be carefree and like have a good time. And so now those two things are having to merge because you got distracted along the way and remembered what it was like to live a life of simplicity, to live a life of like small responsibility or responsibility that you just like enjoy having. In this, you have lost a lot. I can obviously see that. You've lost a lot of people in your life, a lot of friends, and a lot of things have happened to you that you feel like just really like put you on the outskirts, or like put you out, like washed you out to sea without a paddle or a boat to get back. And you were like, what do I do? Where do I go? And it was like the people that were offering to help you or seemed like your support system, they like just weren't. They weren't there. They disappeared. And so it left you feeling alone and feeling disconnected. But the thing is that you are so connected. You are so much more connected than what you realize. You are so tapped in. Here, if you look, like, he is just down on his luck. He's just chilling there and like sad and not happy in the wreckage of a city. But then look who is behind him. That's like big ancestor vibes, like reaching their hand out, but not just ancestor vibes, like universe vibes, God vibes. Like that is like the higher power reaching down and being like, hey, I'm here. See, you lost everything, but guess what? You didn't lose. I'm here. I'm right here. And so that tells me that like no matter how disconnected you are feeling, no matter how disconnected it seems like you may be, you are so connected. Like even here, like this dude, he would usually be like hanging out with his monkey and chilling and stuff like that, but it's in reverse. And it's like you're probably a big animal lover, like whoever is resonating with this, big animal lover, big pet lover, or just like enjoy honestly working with children. I don't know why this, but this gives me that vibe too, like working with children, or just like giving back to the community, or spending quality time with people, places, and things. But like you've lost the enjoyment of doing that because of how burned out you are and because of how much you have lost, how much heartbreak you've went through. And there's someone, something, some type of energy that has been waiting in the background to support you, and they're about to step in and show you just how supported you've been this whole time. And you're probably already starting to see signs of it. It's just like things are just still not going your way. And I can feel that, like, because I know with me specifically too, but also it seems like with you that it seems like you're starting to let loose and say like, okay, the things that don't go my way might actually be going my way, you know? And like you can feel that energy, you see the evidence, but like you're like, how long do I have to wait to see it fully come true? And it's like what you don't realize is that you're literally watching it come true right now, you know? What you have to understand is that all of this happened to set you free. Like you had to be free of like the things that you thought in your head had to be reality or had to be fact or had to be like a concrete thing in order for you to succeed and have the life you want. You had to break the foundation that you had set up for yourself because it was unstable. There's no way you were going to succeed on it. You had to go through this to set you free. And the moment that you can accept like, I am free, I'm free. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do anything that I set my life up for. I can change right now. I can stop right now. I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. The moment that you can really tap into that energy and feel it is the moment that you will really embrace freedom, and you'll start to see things shift around just a little bit. That is all I have for you today. If this reading aligns with you, it will find you, and if it doesn't, keep scrolling. It costs $0 to mind your own business, I promise. If you'd like to book a reading with me, you can go to my Etsy store, Mage Farms, and don't forget, use code TAROT4MOM, TAROT4MOM, for 50% off my tarot readings. Have an awesome day.